Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hopefully you'll enjoy this video and hit that subscribe button when you're done. I'm going to bring a tutorial. I found these little, they were like little chalkboard stands, and they're on an easel. I'll show you what they look like when you first buy them. This one is a little bit different. This one is a heart. And this is what they look like when I buy them. I buy these from a little local shop that I have near me. And so I took this square one and painted the entire thing white. So that's the difference between this and this. I only bought one square and I bought a couple of hearts. And you know, I'm having a terrible time trying to figure out what to do with these hearts. I have one here that I started playing with. And that's what I've done so far, and I'm just not happy with it. It feels too much like a box of chocolates or something, and I'm just not happy with that. So I've put that one aside, and we're going to try and do something unique and fun with this one. And this process could be applied to really anything, a picture frame or something else that you have that you want to alter. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. I had these stickers, or this sticker, that I got from a package of Dollar Tree stickers, and I had already taken it out of the package, and I was going to use it on something a long time ago, and didn't bother to do it. So I'm going to use it on this today. Let's see, before I get started, let's see if I have a nice quote that I can read for you guys. I don't know why I never have these ready to go when I get started. I have to look it up. And then I waste time. But I think you guys enjoy these. I'm going to just pick the first one that pops up here. Let's see. Well, here's a good one. It just says, keep going. Everything will come to you at the perfect time. So I believe that. I believe that everything happens in God's time. And so, you know, we may not all be living our perfect life, you know, at the moment. But in God's vision for us, we are living our perfect life. And we have to just try and remember that and wait for it. Because the good stuff is coming, and we have to look at what we have now as some of the good stuff, because we all know it could be a whole lot worse. You know, I definitely always know of someone that's got a lot more stuff going on than I do, and I need to make sure that I am I stay happy with what I have and what's going on in my life at this time. So I have got two brushes here that I left sitting here with Mod Podge on them, and I think I have ruined them. They're completely hard as a rock. I'm going to have to try and soak those later and see if I can get the Mod Podge out of them. Anyway, so I am going to just go ahead and get right into this project here and see what we can do. I'm also working on, I'm going to do a kit. And so in that kit, I'm going to be making some things. It's not really a kit. It's a box. I guess I'm going to kind of look at it as a box. It's going to be a paper box, a box of paper supplies, tags and things like that, note cards, those kinds of things. So I'm looking forward to actually doing that and putting it together. It actually hit me last night that I wanted to do it, and I got the idea, and I was actually kind of excited to do that, but I wanted to go ahead and do this first because I had this sitting out to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I had already tried putting this on something and I took it off because I was going to put it on one of the heart ones. and I just didn't like the way it was coming out. So we're going to use this on this one today, and I think it's going to be really, really cute. And then I have this cute image of the Eiffel Tower and the trees and the balloon and the little scooter sitting here. I thought this was super cute. So I did just cut this down to fit across this edge here. And I have a couple of really good ideas for this that I think are going to really make it pop. So I'm kind of excited to give it a try. And so we're doing this. I'm flying by the seat of my pants today, you guys. So the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to decoupage this down onto the wood. And these are wood. And I guess I have to find a new brush here because I ruined the ones that I used yesterday. Pretty soon I'm not going to have any paintbrushes left if I keep doing this. I've done it, I can't tell you how many times. I'm telling you, you guys, my memory is just not what it used to be, and I forget to do that kind of stuff often lately. I think it's just I've had so much going on, so much on my plate, that I'm always thinking about something else. I'm thinking about the next thing instead of finishing what I've already got in front of me. So I'm going to try and put this on fairly quickly because this Mod Podge, it does dry very fast. So let me get it set here. I think I got that. There we go. And that's how I'm going to do it. I just wanted it to go kind of across this side of the board. Just like that. And I will put this aside and I will get it all washed out as soon as I'm done here. Okay, so that's all the Mod Podge I'm going to be using for now. I do have this Believe in Yourself thing that I cut out. I did a couple of them. I printed them and I cut them out, and I just used some of my ink stressing pads to go along the edges of them. So I think I'm going to use this one on this. And then what I'm going to do, this is like a 3D sticker, so it's got layers to it. And it's already got a few flowers on it, but we're going to be adding some more flowers to this. But what I want to do is I want to put this, and I'm going to go across the bottom here, and then it'll just kind of sit up at the top. So I kind of want it to go something like this. I want that little balloon to show up a little bit there. So some of the lacy part of the board on this side won't be real visible, but that's okay. I want that little balloon to show. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this down. So I'm just going to take and put some glue around the edges here and a little bit across the center and get started gluing it. Let me look at it this way and make sure I've got this thing straight before I glue it down. Okay, I think I've got it right. And I'm just putting a nice layer of glue behind that so that it'll stick down. And that's what it looks like. And so far already it looks super duper cute. I really like this. And I just by chance happened to, I wanted to find something to kind of come off from the window. And I happened to pull this image out and I looked at it and I thought, you know what? It actually goes and that might look cute. So I stuck it behind there and I thought, you know what? I think that's a nice little match up there. So I decided to go ahead and use it. And then I got excited about doing this project again. So I had actually already done this one, hated it. I did not like a thing about it. And so I took it apart and I sanded it down and then I repainted it and started fresh. So I just did not like the way it was coming out. And you know, I think lately I've been having a little bit of a creative block. And so last night I was thinking about it. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. You know, I have let myself get caught up in worrying about what other people think of what I do. And so I'm not doing what I want to do, and I'm not going to do that anymore. And that's okay. I love it when people give me ideas and suggestions, and so I still want those to keep on coming. I love them. Even if you don't like something, I love those too, because the more of that I hear, the more I might change it up a little bit and do things a little different. But what I don't want to get caught up in is compromising my style because someone else doesn't like it or appreciate it. And so I just have to accept people's criticisms without taking it to heart. And nobody means it to be, you know, super critical of me. I think when people do that, they're just trying to offer suggestions, you know. And I take those suggestions and I think, oh, they must not like what I'm doing, you know. So I guess I have to change things, and that's not necessarily true. So I have to get better at not internalizing things so much. So that's partly what I'm going to be doing, is I'm just going to take my style and I'm going to go with it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one because it's kind of going in between this other bow, and leave those two loops. I'm trying to figure out, okay, there we go. I was trying to figure out what this loop was connected to. It's connected to this one here. And I just want to even this up a little bit. And this is just a bow that I started doing for the heck of it. I think I want to use that somewhere on here. I have these flowers that I got from my friend Gail over at Fava of Four. And they're paper flowers, and I really, really like them. They were in some of the Happy Mail. They were kind of thrown into a box that she had sent me. And I really like them because they're kind of wildflowers. And I thought these might be pretty because they kind of go with the style of these flowers too. But I am going to throw in some, I have some of my paper roses and things from Kiki's sale that I'm also going to throw in here. So, and then what I have to do is, you can see I took the strap off that was connected between here and here because I didn't really like what they used. And so I need to put a new ribbon or something on there. And I'm going to real quick step aside and look through my ribbons and see if I can find one that I like and want to use instead of that. And I'm thinking, I kind of like this burlap, the twine ribbons and stuff. And I'm thinking about maybe going with this, because I think it'll kind of go with the style of this print, or these prints, I should say. I'm going to take the end of this. You know what? We're going to do that last, actually. I don't want that in my way. Okay, so the other thing that I want to add to this is I have this little tiny piece of this trim, and I think I'm just going to start it like right back here, and I want to go around just this edge here. And I've got just enough to do that. Just around that part of the picture. And then the window and stuff won't have that around it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that up a little bit right there. And we'll start with just a small section of this because I don't want this glue to dry before I can get it down. And start going around. And you guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit shaky today. I don't know why. My hands feel a little shaky. I'm noticing I've been going and donating plasma a couple of times a week, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe I need to cut it back a little bit and not do it so much, because I just feel like maybe I'm depleting myself of certain vitamins and nutrients. I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I was trying to read on it this morning and see if it could be detrimental, you know, because I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt my body. I do love doing it because I think it's definitely a worthy cause. So I did it for about a couple of months ago. And then I stopped, you know, I gave myself a break because it feels weird just having somebody go in and poke you twice a week and, you know, take all of your blood and then put it back in. They put your blood back along with some saline when they're done, but it does kind of feel like maybe it's something you shouldn't do for too long, you know, consecutively. So, I figured I would do it through November, and then maybe, I don't know, if I don't start feeling better afterwards, I'm going to have to stop here pretty soon. I don't know if I want to do this or not. See, this is what I do. This is my layering. I'm not thrilled with this. You guys, I'm going to put something around it, but I don't think it's going to be this because this is not making me happy. So, I think what we're going to do instead is, I like this trim here. And this tends to lay a little bit straighter, and I think that looks better. I don't know why I didn't use that in the first place because it always turns out so nice. Just like that. And I can take this, go along here. I can get this to look a little bit straighter. That other stuff just wasn't, it was looking all twisted. Not to mention, I really do like this trim. And this is another one that I got from Gail over at Fava of 4. I will put Gail's link to Fava of 4 in my description box so that if you guys want to go check her out, you can. I've gotten so many nice things from Gail. And she's got a very sweet channel where she talks about, she basically talks about a lot of the crafters that she enjoys and things that she gets, because she also gets packages from other YouTubers. And she likes to talk about them and show you, you know, things that either they've made or she's made from the items that they sent her. So she's just a very, very sweet lady, and I adore her. I need to get in touch with her because I haven't talked to her in a little bit. I know she just had couple of little procedures done, so she might enjoy having you guys if you popped on over to her channel and say hello. She might really enjoy that, so give that a thought. Just tell her Carol sent you. She'll enjoy that. That actually looks kind of nice going across there. I was going to do something a little bit heavier. I was thinking I have this pretty ribbon trim that I thought might look cute going across there with like a little flower or something in the middle. But I'm just wondering if that's maybe just, whoops, a little bit too much. And these darn sticks, I feel like maybe I should cut down that stick in the back. I'm going to try and hold this and see real quick what it looks like standing up. It actually looks kind of pretty with that on there. Maybe that flower might be a little too much, but I've got others. I still have some of my flowers that, oh, that would be pretty. That's another thought. I hadn't thought about my little burlap flowers. I'll pull those out just in case. I still have some of the flowers, the paper flowers that I made that are in my shop, and I keep thinking I'm going to pull those out and maybe use them in a couple of projects because I just love them. And they're just sitting there in my shop calling my name. So, I don't know. We'll see. I need to stop pulling things out of my shop to use them, because then I take them out of there and then I can't, you know, they don't sell. And I do have the shop for a reason. Yeah, that'll look pretty with those burlap flowers down there if I don't put too many of my other flowers in there. So let's go ahead and let's start putting some of our flowers in. Oh, what did I do? There we go. These are my other nippers. These are, oh, the little thing keeps popping out. I wonder why. I don't think it's going in there quite right. I don't know. Well, let's try this again. There we go. These are actually brand new nippers. I haven't used them. I've been using my other ones. Yeah, the little thing on the back just keeps wanting to pop out. I'll get Jeff to fix it. He can fix anything. And that should be good. I'll just grab my other nippers because that's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to kind of use these and some of my little roses here, my paper roses that I get from Kiki's, and just kind of mix them in together and see what I can come up with. And these are some of the different styles. I've got some purple and pink. I'm trying to think if I have another or any more of the small purple ones. I do, just in case, because this is kind of in the purples and the pinks and then a little bit of the blue here. So I'm also going to incorporate maybe some of that blue-green color in here. I took out some ribbon, and what did I do with that? I don't know. Anyway, what did I do with it? I had it sitting right here. I even started unwinding it. What in the heck did I do? Carol, that's okay. You know why? Because I have another roll of it right here. So that's okay. I'm thinking I might want to use some of this as well. I'm going to find the end of it here. Look at, this would look pretty on the white, going around the white part of this, I think, to tie in that blue-green color, I think. So I'm thinking about using some of that in there too. And then if I use this down here, I can do the same thing here. I think I'll put that down towards the bottom, and then maybe have this come across the top part right there. I think that'll look really pretty. And that way I'm tying all of the colors that are in here into the surrounding areas too. So, okay, let's get busy, Carol. Stop talking. And let's see, we'll put one there. Oh, these, I really like these little paper flowers. They're really pretty. And you know, I've had them for at least a month and didn't realize, well, I didn't realize where I had put them, and I was looking for them a little while back and couldn't find them. And then I remembered they were in, Gail over at Fava 4 had sent me some cigar boxes, and it was in one of those cigar boxes, the flowers were. So I got very excited when I realized that. I've got some teeny tiny roses here that I'm going to clip off a few of. I don't want to go too crazy. But this is how I'm going to build it up from the flowers that are on that background, and those are only going to be background colors. That's all that that sticker on this is going to be. So it's just background color for the rest of it. And that is it. We'll put a white flower up above those white flowers. And I think I'm going to put that there. And I was debating on whether or not to use one of these ones that has the pink in the middle of it, but that actually looks quite pretty. So, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these kind of up on this side of the window. Just a little bit. I'm just going to add a couple more. Maybe one of these teeny ones here. And we'll go like this and like this. Just like that. I think that looks really, really pretty, just like that. So that's where we're going with this and with the flowers. The other thing that I do want is I would like to use some leaves. And I know that I have some around here. I'm going to put you guys on hold. I'll be right back. Okay. So I did get some of my leaves, and these are actually just some paper leaves that I had cut off of some other flowers that I had, because I really like these leaves. The reason I like them is because of the color of them. They're muted green, and I prefer using muted colors rather than bright colors. I don't care for the flowers, like, I love these little carnations, but I don't like the real bright green on some of the flowers. So I tend to look for leaves that are more muted in color. And what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a couple of these in the corner here, coming off like this. Just like that. Just to give me a start. And then I'll start laying down some of these other flowers here. Start with 2 of those. Already, it just looks so pretty. I love this. And I'm going to go purple there because we do have some purple in here as well. So we're going to add purple and pink. We've got the pinks and the purples and the greens. And so I'm going to try and kind of mix a little bit of everything in there. Put that one there. And let's see. I want to go with a white one in that corner as well. And this is kind of an off-white paper rose. Again, these roses are all flowers that I get from Kiki's sale. So you guys need to go over there and check out Kiki's sale. Right now, it's a little slow, and the only reason for that is that Miss Debbie lost her son a very short time ago, and he just passed away. And so she's just trying to give herself some time to decompress and figure out what life means right now since he's left. And it's you can all imagine how difficult that must be for her to lose her son at such a young age. A beautiful, beautiful life, you know, and she's just devastated, and I'm devastated for her. It just breaks my heart. But she will be back, and so now's a good time to get over there and just see some of the videos and things that she's posting for things that are going to be coming up, because she is trying to keep herself a little bit busy by creating a few videos here and there showing everyone what she's been working on and what she's got planned. And then from there, she will, you know, figure out when she's going to have her next sale. She's going to try and do one the end of November. But it's not a guarantee. So just so that y'all know that, it's something that is in the plans, but may change. And I'm also going to take a couple of my rose buds here. I'm only going to take 2. You guys know I usually do 3, but I'm only going to take 2 this time and twist them together. I'm trying not to use them all up because it may be a little while before I can get some more of these, so I don't want to use them all up now and not have them for other projects. So I want to have a couple coming up right behind that little white flower, and then maybe one of these tiny little pink flowers. Let's see. How do I want to do that? Maybe a tiny flower and then those coming up. Maybe not. Or, you know what? Maybe these would be better on this side. Yeah, I kind of like those there. And maybe we'll just use one of the tiny pink roses there. Just like that. So I'm going to poke these in behind this big flower here. Big, sort of big. Bigger. Just like that. Bit of glue on there, so let's get that off of there first. Okay, and maybe poke that little pink rose in there. And I have one little blank spot right there. those in there. Do I want to go there, or do I want to put, yeah, I think I'm going to put that purple flower to build up on this right there. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to take, I think, a piece of this. Or do I want to go with this? Let's see. Actually, I really like this. I think this looks good on that center. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to snip it off there. And I'm just going to add the tiniest little bit of hot glue at the tip of this to keep it from unraveling, because I know you guys have probably used this stuff and it does tend to want to unravel. And if I put that little bit of glue on there, hopefully that will prevent it from doing that. And I'm going to measure it here and cut off this end and do the same. And then once I glue it down, those ends will be glued down and they shouldn't unravel. So in fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put glue across the tip on the back and press that down like that. And then we'll just go across and get the rest of it glued down. There. Okay, I really like that. And then I'm going to take just my little lighter that I have here that's covered in glue. This gets covered in glue because I use it to make my ribbon roses, my organza ribbon roses. And when I do those, I press the flower backside against the lighter to make the organza stick together. And so I just have all kinds of glue stuck all over my little lighter there. Poor thing. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to also take this, I think, and I'll glue it right there. And then I need to figure out how long this needs to be. It needs to be about that long there. So I'll cut this end off because we're going to go ahead and put this piece on too. So let me just put a dot of glue there. Press that down. I'm going to try and bend this backwards here where it's got these little bends in it. And then I'm just going to take this to this back piece that we have here. And let's see, which way does it need to go? We'll just have it go in that direction, yeah. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue here. a nice big dot of glue there. And press this down so that I can get those tips all glued down so that it doesn't fray. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and so that'll just get it so that it stands up nice and tall. If you guys can kind of see how that's working. Okay, and that's why I didn't want to put this on too early, because I didn't want to have to fight around it. Okay, so now I'm thinking, I really like these burlap flowers. And I'm thinking maybe to have a couple of those there might really kind of finish it off. And I really do like it. Now, I could also do maybe one there and one there, but I don't care for that as much. And they actually look kind of pretty here. But I really think right here is the best place for these. It would either be that, or I thought about just putting like a little bow down here. I have a couple of them already made up here, but I've already turned this bow down a couple of times. It just, to me, it looks dingy and dirty. And I don't think I want to go with such a bright pink bow as this one, although that does look pretty there. But it might be nice to put that maybe somewhere towards the top of this. I could put that there and put one of these in the center of that, but then it's really bulky. Yeah, I'm going to go with my original decision, and I am going to put these two flowers down here like that, because I really do like that. I think it looks good. And I'm going with my original gut instinct on this one. And then put some glue on this one. Nice big bunch of glue. And push them in so that the edges kind of butt up against each other in the middle there. There, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, and then I've got this bow, and actually I'm thinking I kind of like this bow because it's not so bulky. But I also have this that I haven't put on there yet, so I think we're going to go ahead, and for now I am going to put some of this going across. I need some glue. And I need to get my spider webs off of my glue gun. Okay, so I am going to put this going across here just because I like it, and I think it adds, it brings that color into this part of the piece and kind of brings those colors all together. And, you know, I realize, you guys, in my crafting, you know, I've been watching some other videos and things, and I notice, the one thing I notice that's different about my channel than a lot of the other channels is I do not use, like, all of the, like, the Prima marketing and all of that stuff that the other crafters use. And there's a reason I don't. Number one, there's a couple of reasons why I don't. Number one, just the cost in general. It costs a lot of money to buy those products from those organizations, and I just don't have it to spend. So my channel is more about crafting on a budget than crafting on a billion. So so that's why I don't use those products. And I just wonder, does that make a difference in, you know, the subscriber base? Is that, you know, maybe a reason that I wouldn't get as many subscribers is because I don't use those things. And my opinion, I'm of the opinion that I don't think so, because here's what happens to me. When I watch those channels, I get on, I see what they're using, and I hop off immediately because I know I'm not using those products. So why watch the video if I'm not using those products? Well, sometimes I will watch the video because I figure, okay, I've got things that look just like that I bought at the Dollar Tree. And I'm telling you, you guys, you can shop at the Dollar Tree and sometimes, or Michael's or wherever, and sometimes at really great prices, you can find things that are just as nice and just as fun to craft with, but not nearly as expensive. And so for me, I you know I don't use that stuff, but I think it's just as good to teach people to make things with the other, you know, the less expensive items that you can buy and make the same thing, you know, and it looks just as nice. You just might have to use your imagination just a little bit more. But at the same time, you know, you're still making the same thing. You're still getting a great end result. You're just not using expensive supplies. And while you might have to, you know, look around at the Dollar Tree or some of the other stores, even Walmart, I mean, you can find great crafting supplies at Walmart. And you may have to look a little harder for them, or maybe they don't always have exactly what you want, but you know, sometimes you have to wait or whatever, or you find something else that comes close or is similar, and you make your project. But I honestly, I've always been a budget conscious person. I don't like to pay full price for anything if I don't have to. And so I try very hard to, you know, find items that people can make and not spend a lot of money on. So I somehow think I'm helping you guys as well. Maybe, maybe not, but I kind of feel like that's what I'm trying to do, because I know how I am, and I know a lot of my subscribers are the same way. They're looking to, you know, find things that are not too expensive to make, because I know a lot of us are living on fixed incomes, and so with that being said, we have to be careful about, you know, where we spend our dollars. So I am very careful with that. Okay, where did I put? I had some more of this that I just cut up into pieces, and now I can't find it. I don't know how I do this, you guys. I cut things up, I get them ready, I put them out, and then suddenly they're not there when I go to use them. And I don't know what I do. I know it's me. I know I've moved it, but why, I don't know. Because I thought I had taken out some other similar ribbon to this, but in a more teal color. I'm sure I did. I had it in my hand just a little bit ago. Huh. Sorry, you guys. I'm just looking to see if I have some other sitting aside here that I can use. Here's some. It's a little darker teal, but that's kind of pretty too, isn't it? It's not teal, it's more of a, it's kind of a blue-green. But if I did that, That might be pretty. Let me tie it in a bow and see what it looks like. Give it a shot. Okay, let's see. Oh goodness. Which one are you? There you are. Okay. Nope, that's too dark. It's funny how you get it all tied up and you realize, okay, that's not going to work. It's too dark. This is not. Let's see. I'm going to untie this bow and see if I can, whoops, look what I did. See if I can make these two go together and make it look nicer. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear Jeff out there. He's out there on the phone talking to somebody. I know I can hear him. I don't know if you can. But he doesn't realize I'm videotaping a tutorial, so not his fault. No, I'm just not happy with that. Doggone. What will we do? I mean, that pink one actually does look really pretty. Okay, gotta put you guys on hold. I gotta look for something. I'm sorry, you guys. It looks like I accidentally did a section without recording it. I actually found this seam binding, and I combined the cream color with this lighter. This was the original green that I was looking at, which was, I just think, too dark. So I went with this lighter, almost teal color, because I thought it kind of went better with the teals in this. And I think it looks really nice. So that's all I did. I just tied that bow and I put that little flower here in the center of it, and I think that looks really, really nice. I'm really super happy with the way this one's coming out. Thank goodness. Oh, and then I was saying at the end of putting that together, I was telling you guys, I still want something to go in this corner. Well, I just realized I still have this that needs to go in there. So I think that is going to go right there. And it's going to look amazing. And that's Believe in Yourself. And I like that there. I've got one that's a little bit darker. Got more of the darker highlighting around it. But I really kind of feel like this one kind of brightens it up a little bit more. So that's the one we're going to use there. And maybe, just maybe, do we need something to come behind that? Kind of like that. Nope, we don't need those. No leaves. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put some glue down right here so that I can glue this down. Just like that. And then we're going to take, guess what? Some stickles. And I'm going to use some of this, and this, and this, I think. And that should do it. I've got some silver here, just in case. You know me and silver. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I've got some purple stickles. Not going to use a lot of the purple. And the reason for that is because I've noticed when I use the purple, if I use it on anything that's kind of off or a little different purple or too light purple, that this purple feels like it just makes it look dirty. I used it on another flower one time, and I was so disappointed in the way the flower looked and that I had put the stickles on it, because it just didn't look good. And I want to say it was a flower about this color, but I just had it on there sort of real thin on the flower. I didn't throw the flower away. I'm going to redo that flower, and I'm going to make it right. But I felt like I had ruined it with the stickles for the project that I was doing at the time, and so I just ended up just taking the flower off and using something else, because I was so unhappy with it. So I have a bunch of other projects that I'm wanting to get videos done on. So many things. I've got some tins that I'm going to do, and they are the long skinny tins that I get from, or that I was getting from the Dollar Tree. You can't get them anymore, or at least at my Dollar Tree you can't. They don't have them anymore. And it was one of the things that came out when the school supplies came out, and they're little pencil box tins, and I just love them. And so the other day I spray painted a few more of them white. I have only, let's see, after these, I spray painted 4 of them. And after those, I still have, 2 or 3 more of them, and then I'll be out. Now I'm going with the, this is lavender that I just used. And then the next color I'm going to use is pink taffeta. So this is really a pretty one too. I like this pink. And I'm not going to use a ton of this either. I'm just going to put it on a few spots here on a couple of these flowers, because I think for most of this I want to use, I'm going to put some on the flowers down here. And I do want to put this, do I want to use this? Yeah, I'm going to put this around the edge of this Believe in Yourself, just lightly around the edge. So I don't want to take too much away from the distressing ink that I put around it, because I really like that look. But I do like to put these sparkles around little signs like this, because it really makes it pop. So we're just putting a nice, small, thin layer of it all the way around. And this pink taffeta is really a pretty stickles. I know people have told me make your own stickles with glue and glitter. And I've tried it, and it just doesn't come out the same. There's something about the glitter that's used in stickles, I'm convinced, that is different. I'm going to put just a couple of dots of silver, just in a couple of spots here, just to kind of, like a star, kind of, if I can get it to look that way. Just like that. Just in a couple spots. And there, and maybe right there. And there. Just a little bling bling. Okay, and then this other color is called Ranger. And I really like it because it has a lot of colors in it. It's very Aurora Borealis-esque. So I really like it because when you put this on your flowers and stuff, it really sparkles with a lot of color and a lot of, I don't know, it looks really nice. And I like the other ones, like the diamond and stuff. The only thing about this one that I have found is it clogs up just about every time I squeeze it. And I mean, I'm constantly having to clear out the tip. And I don't know what it is about this one, or I don't know what it is about the glitter in this that seems to want to clog it up. But see, already I've got it clogged again. And I just cleared it. And it just will not stay cleared. And I keep thinking, okay, one of these times I'm going to get that clog out of there, and it's not going to do that anymore, but it still does it every single time. And we're going to get all these little white flowers with this. It just looks like kind of like fairy dust on the flowers, and that's what I like about it. Put it on these little pink ones. And I'm going to just go right in the center of a couple of these other flowers here that I used. Maybe a little bit on the purple ones too, just to add a different color of sparkle along with the purple. And a little bit on that one. And in the center of this one. And then I think I'm going to just dot it around in this little tree on some of the little lighter flowers that are on this tree. Just to give it that little extra place for your eye to go to. Okay, oh, and I'm going to do a little bit of this on these flowers that are on the inside of the window. And the reason I'm using this instead of purple is because it doesn't cover up the flowers. It just gives them a little bit of a highlight, and that's all I want. Okay. Oh, I missed this one. Okay. So I think that is going to do it, you guys. I really like this. Oh, that's not going to do it. Hold on. I have my diamond dust here, and I've got 2 more steps here to this that I want to do. Shoot. You know what? We're going to let this dry. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the last steps. Well, first I am going to go ahead and put my twinklets on there. And the last step is going on the back of this. Oh, shoot. Again, I left my brush out too long, and it's all stiff, and look at that. I got a big old clump. And I'm just putting dots of this Mod Podge, except for this big clump that I dropped there. I'm going to put this around, and we're going to dust it with our glass glitter, just because we can. And here I'm probably putting my head in the camera again. Hopefully not, but it's a strong possibility. You guys know that I do love my glass glitter. I do love the way it just kind of adds that bit of shine to everything. So I'm just going to add a little bit to these flowers. And I have to work fast with this Mod Podge though, because it dries so doggone fast. Okay, so there's that. And here, I know I've got a spoon for my glass glitter, but we're just gonna go for it this way. Don't use your fingers at home, please, when you're using glass glitter. Use a spoon or something to sprinkle this on with, because it's really, you really shouldn't use your fingers. Although I've been doing it for so long, I've just gotten used to it, and I don't cut myself, so I just go for it. And I think a lot of that Mod Podge I put on this part of the picture just kind of soaked right into the paper. I can tell, because I can see it is not sticking to these spots. Okay, and I'm just going to tap this down slightly all over so that at least a good majority of that glass glitter is going to stick. Okay. That's enough of that. And that. And I'm just going to take this real quick and hold it over the trash can. Shake it just a tad. And there we go, you guys. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? I love the way this turned out. It's so pretty, and you can see all that glass glitter, the sparkle. I love it. It came out so pretty, and so I'm glad I took this one apart and redid it, because I'm really super happy with the effect, that I got on it this time. So isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And there's the glass glitter. You can see it all over. So I did get enough to stick that it really gave it a nice glittery effect. So I'm going to lay this down, let this dry, and I'll be right back in YouTube time to show you what we're going to do to finish this off. And I think you guys are going to like it. So I decided I'm not going to do what I thought I was going to do on the back side of this. And so this is it, you guys. This is the finished piece. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. I don't have goobers under my nails. I've got a whole bunch of glue and stuff stuck up under them, and paint and everything else. I'm sorry, you guys, my nails look so bad. Anyway, so this is my finished piece, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And I think this turned out really, really awesome. Have a great day. Have a blessed, blessed, blessed week. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for pictures at the end. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.